Hi friends, welcome back everyone to Angel Trading Friend. It has been a quite long time that I have recorded a video for you all. So that is why I have come out with a very super duper strategy, a very easy and very simple strategy, a strategy used by many big professionals, many big investors, people like Warren Buffett and Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, all these big people with big investment institutions. All these people follow this method, follow this technique. So if you want to know more about this, stay tuned till end of the video. And people who know already about this covered call, you can skip the video and you can look into my other videos on the channel. But those who are new to this covered calls, and if you are new to options and if you're thinking options is very complicated, then don't worry. You know my method, you know my style. I make it very simple for you all. So I'll make it very simple and explain to you what is a covered call, how it has to be used, how you can make your money very safe, your asset very safe. Just like how you invest money on an apartment or on a house and how you get monthly returns, I will show you how to invest on stocks and make monthly good income, monthly good revenue out of it, almost like a rental income, how you can generate rental income. All this detail I'll be sharing it to you all in this strategy in this video. So this strategy is coming after a long time. I'm coming out of the strategy after a long time. That is why I'm making it very special and very easy for you all. Okay, so let us go forward. So before going forward, this is a quick update of my equity open trade, which I generally trade and I share it online immediately. So we had very good performance, touch wood, till now, but let us continue and maintain the same discipline and close the month in positive. And this is the performance of the crude open trade, which I send generally at morning 10 a.m. So crude also we are in positive as of now, so let us also maintain the same discipline. And I have also already updated you about a new segment which I started in crude evening at around 7 p.m. This is done basically to target the working people who are not able to trade in the morning. So I trade this crude in the evening, and this trade is done basically because you can observe that crude is having very good volatility in the night after around 7 or 8 p.m. because of the foreign market opening and all those things. There is a lot of volatility. So to make use of this volatility, I have increased the risk reward ratio, whereas you can see the risk is only 1500 but the target is 2500. So even if you get a 50% accuracy strategy or 60% accuracy strategy, you will be in positive end of the day. Okay, so keeping this in concept, I have started the segment and it is going very good. This is the performance of August. So if you want any updates, further updates on this, you can just WhatsApp on my number 8095876525 and you will get full details about this. Okay. So let us go to today's concept about covered calls. So before going that, I will just ask this question. How does an average person invest? Say for example, you or me. I'll tell about myself. What I do is, as I already told you, for long term I invest only on the Nifty Bs because I don't believe in any other stock and I don't want big profits also. I make my profits out of intraday trading. So for the long term investment, what I do is I just blindly invest on the Nifty Bs. Nifty Bs is nothing which is connected to the Nifty index. Okay, so if Nifty goes up, my stock also, equity also will go up. If Nifty comes down, I will also make losses. But if Nifty is moving sideways, I don't have any gain or loss or nothing of that sort. So this is a general attitude of every person, common man. I'm talking about the common man. What they do is they buy stock, they hold it for a long time and they keep praying, please Nifty has to go up, please Reliance has to go up, please L&T has to go up. They have no other option. This is what general 99% public do it. But this is not the way institutions trade. Okay, they trade in a different manner and I will show it to you by end of the video how you can make regular money out of your investment, whatever account you have in your, whatever money you have in your trading account, whatever you invested for equity, how to generate regular income out of it to the tune of 2 to 5% every month. I'll show you how it has to be done. Okay. So as I told in the original concept, what happens is when the stock moves up, we are all happy, right? And because our investment is increasing, our capital is increasing and we also get good returns on our capital investment. So this is generally what happens when the stock moves up. Okay. Now what happens when the stock moves down? I am sure many of you would have faced this condition. You buy some Reliance, some 1000 shares, 2000 shares, and then you see suddenly Reliance going down. All of your hard-earned money is invested into the stock and you'll be in a lot of tension, you'll be in a lot of worry what to do, you'll be in a confusion whether to sell it off or to hold it for a long time. You have only option of holding and praying. That is what majority does. You agree with me? There's one more scenario which happens. After you buy a stock, you can observe that the stock neither goes up, neither it comes down, it keeps moving the same range. Say for example, you bought Reliance at 1000, it will neither go to 2000, it will neither come to 500, it will keep moving in the same range of 1000. You can say 1100 or maximum 990. In that range, it keeps moving. Have you come across such kind of situation? Okay. So at this time, what happens is your money is idle. You are not getting any returns out of it. I agree you'll be getting the dividends, which is very, very small. You can say it is negligible. In India, hardly they depend on the dividends. But there's no big returns. Okay, so these are the three situations market move. You agree with me? There's no other fourth direction. Either it goes up or it goes down or it moves in the sideways direction. So now, with the help of covered calls, I will show you what you have to do. Even if the market goes up, or even if the market comes down, or even if the market moves sideways, you can make your monthly profits. This is one big technique which most of the big influential or big investors do it, and they will never share it as easily as you. But you'll be getting lots of videos on this on covered calls. Many of you have been trying to emphasize this, but people, those who don't know about options and all those things, they'll be very worried and they'll be not knowing what has to be done. That is why I am trying to make it very simple. As my all other videos, you can see that I make trading very simple. That is why I am going to share the strategy in a very simple manner. I'll tell you what you have to buy, what you have to sell, and how much you have to buy, quantity, money management. Along with Excel, I have done backtesting also from January 2018. All those data I'll be sharing with you. And also, trust me, it is very simple. You can start making money from day one itself. Okay. So this is all about covered call. What is a covered call? Covered calls are an option strategy where an investor holds a long position in an asset and writes call option on that same asset to generate an income stream. The words will be very difficult. It might be difficult. Don't worry, I'll make it very simple to you. What you have to do is, as always, as normal, you have to buy your stock equity. Okay, so these are basically for people who are investing for a long term or a short term. It's not for intraday. If you're keeping it for more than 1 day, I'll show you how to trade it in 1 day also. But generally, people like Warren Buffett now, they hold it for a long time. But I'll show you how it has to be done in 1 day also with a small capital. Okay, so what is the concept is, you have to buy a stock, okay, and immediately you have to sell an option, and out of the money option. Now what is this out of the money option? What is all these things? I'll explain to you, don't worry, but the concept is that much. Buy a stock and immediately sell an out of the money call. That's it. Two things you have to do. What happens is, it will be hedged. And people, those who know about options very well, they know that there is time decay, there is delta, there is theta, there is vega, all those things are there. But I don't want to go into depth of all that. It will get confused. I'll keep it very simple to you and I'll explain what has to be done. Now what happens if the stock price increases? As you all know, as stock price increases, your capital also is going to increase and you're going to make money out of it, and you're in very happy situation. Now what happens if the stock value comes down? So when the stock value comes down, what happens is, you have sold your call option. So you are also going to gain in this. You agree my point? Generally what happens if you're just having a stock with you, and if the stock price goes down, you just wait patiently bearing the loss. But in this situation, what happens? Your stock is going as it is down, no doubt in that. But you're going to gain profit in the options which you have sold. This is the beauty of options, friends. Okay, so as the stock goes up, you'll make money in the stock. If the stock price comes down, the value of option comes down. Since you are sold an option, you're going to make money out of it. Now coming to the third part, is the most beautiful. If the stock neither goes up or neither comes down, if it is moving sideways, you will make money in the premium of the option. Since you're taking an out of the money option, you're going to make money in the premium. Okay, so this is called as theta concept. It's again option concept. Don't go deep into it, but you have to understand the three things. If the stock goes up, you'll make money in the stock. If the stock comes down, you'll make money in the option. And if the stock moves sideways, you'll make money in the premium. You would have seen that every option having an expiry date. Say for example, you search Reliance 1000 August, it will have an expiry date of 20th August. So what it means that if the option is out of the money till end of the month, you will get the full premium whatever you have sold it for. Okay, so that is the concept here, because every option expires in every month. It will be around third week of every month. So by that time you can see that the stock option value becomes 0. So in case if I sold at 40, it will come down to 0. So this is where you will be making around 40 points in Reliance options. Clear, friends? So I'll explain it with you examples, don't worry, but this is just to understand, make you understand the concept. Hope you understood it. So those who don't know much about options and covered calls and all those things, this is a simple example. You'll get a better understanding seeing this. So let's assume that Reliance equity price is 900 rupees as of now, that is today. So what I do is I also know that one lot of options of Reliance is equal to 1000 shares. Clear? These two must be understood. Now what you have to do is buy 1000 quantity of Reliance equity and sell one lot of out of the money call of strike price 1100. Clear? I'll explain once again. Buy 1000 quantity of Reliance equity on one side, and other side you have to just sell one lot of out of the money call of strike price 1100. Now what is this OTM? OTM is nothing but out of the money. Say for example, now Reliance equity price is 900 rupees. Any strike price above 900, say for example 1000, 1100, 1200, all these are called as out of the money. And any strike price less than 900, okay, if it is 800, 700, 600, all these are called as in the money. That is the difference between out of the money and in the money. Clear? Okay, so you understood the concept. Buy stock equity and then immediately sell one out of the money futures. Clear? Simple. Now I will just take you to the back tested file so you will get a better understanding. Yeah. Friends, I did this back testing from Jan 2018. What happens generally is this covered call is called as a game of the rich, because you need almost a big capital. You have to buy 1000 lots of Reliance, means you need almost 10 lakhs of capital. So those who are having a long-term investment plans with 10 lakhs and all, they can use this facility. But I was trying to modify it to our levels where we don't have a huge capital of 10 lakhs. We have capital of around 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, in that range. So for those kind of people, what you have to do to use this system, a very safe method, where you can make 80 to 90% of the time profit. So I have converted it. I will tell you how it has to be done. So I was not taking stock equities, I was taking stock features. So stock features you need hardly around 1 lakh to 2 lakh. And then you have to short the options, and it will take around 1 lakh to 2 lakh. So you are finishing the process in within 2 to 3 lakhs. That's it. You don't have to go for features. And one more, you don't have to go for equity. Okay. And one more thing here, friends, I want to mention is, you don't have to wait. I was not waiting for 1 month or 2 months to make profits. I was immediately booking profits as soon as I see next day around 1 point, 2 point profits also. If I was seeing, I used to book the profits. So you don't have to be much greedy. Even if you're getting good profits around 2000, 3000 rupees the next day, you can book your profits. If you're not getting profit, I will tell you how you have to adjust the out of the option, or you have to wait for 2 to 3 days. Then automatically the price will come down, and then you can book your profits, or end of the month you have to come out with a small loss. So 99% of the time, because of the, I told you the theta decay which is there, you will be making profits by end of the month. Before end of the month you will be booking your profits. But I also would suggest don't go for a long time. If you are new to trading, new to options trading, and new to covered calls trading, book your profit as soon as you find a small profit around 3000 to 4000. That is enough for 1 or 2 days. You agree with me, right? Yeah. Now coming to the example, Reliance Communication. Let us see the stock features first. It was at 32 rupees and I bought it. Okay, it has gone to 35, making a 3 rupees profit. And the covered call was taken at 7.35, and it also has gone to 9. So since I'm selling at 7.35, it has to come down, but has gone top. So I made a small loss of around 1.65. But whereas in the stock features we can see from 32 it has gone to 35. So I made a profit of around 3 rupees. So minusing these both, I told you it's a hedging strategy. So when the stock goes up, I made a profit of around 1.35. You can see the amount is 37,800 rupees. Now let me explain to you second example. It's a very good scenario. You can see that Reliance Capital. You see the stock feature here. Yes, these two are of very much interest for us. The stock was 596 rupees on the previous day when I booked. I booked at around 3:30, 3 o'clock. So it was around 596, and the next day also it is at 596. Generally, if you are trading in the stock features, what happens is, if you are buying at 596 and the next day also it is 596, do you gain anything? No, you just come out zero. But see the beauty here, since I sold options at 45, and because of the time decay, And you can see that immediately I did not book it. It was almost on the 4th. I bought on the 2nd and sold on the 4th. So because of the time decay, I think it was a Sunday between these both days might be. So 45 to 41, there is a difference of 4 points. Here the difference is 0. So overall I'm making a profit of 4 points. So this is the beauty of options, friends, where even if the market is not moving in any direction, you can see that here when the stock went up, you made profit. Here you can see when the stock is moving sideways also, you made profit. Now look at the third scenario, most beautiful scenario, Reliance Communication on 4th Jan. The stock has come down from 34 to 33.3. So generally what happens, you will be losing money if you are trading only future. But since we already have a covered call here, you can see that 7.8 has reduced to 6.8, whereby I am making 1 point profit here and 0.7 loss here. So overall I am in a profit of 0.3, and since Reliance Communication lot size is 28,000, I made a profit of 8,400. Friends, this is a perfect example, nothing much to be done. You understood the concept here. I'll just explain to you again. If the stock goes up also, you're making profit. If the stock moves sideways also, you're making profit. If the stock moves down also, you're making profit. And mind you, the profits are not big. The losses also are not big because it's a hedge strategy. Also, I tell you, people who are greedy, please don't come into the strategy because there will be sudden movement. Say for example, from 32 to 35, there was a big movement. You could have easily made around 50-60,000 rupees. But since it was a hedging strategy, I am using a covered call. I have to bear these losses also. So then my profit will be reducing. But the beauty is the profit also will be small, the losses also will be small, and monthly, if you do it with discipline, you can end up in profit. So friends, this is how covered call is all about. If you are new to covered calls and new to options trading, if you want my support, then you can also take, when I trade, you can take the same calls and you can also trade. Or if you want to learn the strategy on your own, the basic criteria is you have to know how to select a stock very nicely. You have to do little bit of research, friends, little bit of hard work is there. But if you're sticking to one, you can stick to it. Otherwise, if you want to learn how to select a stock and how to trade on yourself, also then you can learn the strategy. Otherwise, if you can learn in depth, you can just Google it. You'll get lots of strategies on covered calls. Or if you are new and if you don't want to break too much of your head, you can take the calls when I trade. I also trade every day around after 3 o'clock. Generally, I trade in this covered calls. So if you also want these calls, you can just take the trade from me. If you want this backtested file, you just WhatsApp on my number 8095876525. I will send the file immediately to you. And also, friends, don't just blindly jump into it. I suggest to do paper trade. It's very easy. You have lot of time from 3 o'clock. I think generally most of you will be free. So just spend on 5 minutes every day and then do paper trade. Write down the values for yourself and then observe next day or the 3rd day or the 4th day how the prices are adjusting itself and you're making into profit, and then you can confidently take the trades. And any other friends, any other doubts, any other support you want, you can just WhatsApp on my number. Okay, so let me just conclude. If you're watching the video for the first time, don't forget to press the subscribe button, and in case if you want the backtested file, just WhatsApp on my number 8095876525. And if you want to join Upstock or Zerodha using the link provided, you can use the link which I provided in the video description of this video. You'll be getting 50% discount on all my paid services. And any other doubts, feel free to always WhatsApp me. Thank you and have a nice day.